प्रभु तेरा दिव्य निवास, अविनाशी सुंदरता का प्रभु तेरा दिव्य निवास, अविनाशी सुंदरता का प्रभु तेरा दिव्य निवास।
Just hold on to that feelings and experience, and now focus towards the screen. We are going to invite, they are waiting behind the screen to come and meet all of us. So we will introduce one by one our ancestors of the Yajna who have laid the foundation, our elders. And so we are so proud that we belong to such a clan, we belong to such a family where all these great souls, worship-worthy souls, are all present. So let us take drishti for a few seconds from each one of them, and I will introduce them very shortly. You can make a note of the names, so you know how many of you have met today, the ancestors, and who are they. Okay? Prajapita Brahma. Of course, we call Dada Lekraj. So as they are fixing the slide, we know that Sakar Baba, Prajapita Brahma, became Avyakt in 1969, January 18th. In his memorial, Tower of Peace is being built. So visualize Prajapita Brahma, the first ancestor soul of the Yajna. Pitashri Prajapita Brahma from 1936 to 1969, 18th January. So you can make a note. The dates are there, the name is there, year is also there. Take drishti for a few seconds. They are all coming from different parts of the subtle region to meet us today. Dadi Prakashmani became Avyakt 2007, 25th August. Most of us have met her, and she has been to Malaysia many times, but not to Asia Retreat Center, but Asia Retreat many times. Her specialty is lightness and cheerfulness. She was the administrative head after Brahma Baba. Didi Manmohini, her Laukik name was Gopi. She became Avyakt before all of them, 1983, 28th July. She was like a controller of the yajna who started many of the systems of the yajna. Her drishti is very deep. Anyone looks into her eyes, they go deep into the ocean and get lost. Dadi Janki, all of us know her. Baba always called her Janak Beta. Dadi Janki has been to ARC also to celebrate 100 years birthday. She became Avyak 2020 during COVID time, 27th of March in Global Hospital. So Dadi loves Malaysia and she was the backbone to have this Asia Retreat Center. We are pausing for you to take drishti, few seconds. Dadi Gulzar, everybody knows. Dadi Gulzar came to Baba when she was 7 years old. And of course, Baba had given her the blessings from childhood. Your eyes and your words will do a lot of service. So that came true when her part was revealed to be God's instrument. So Dadi became a Vyakt. She also came to Asian retreat many times. International Youth Center, few times for the Asian retreat. And those of you old Brahmins remember. So she became a Vyakt 11th March 2021. So Dadi's introversion and deep, pure drishti takes souls beyond. Dadi Brijendra, Brahma Baba's Laukik daughter-in-law, she was the only lucky soul who saw through her naked eye Shiv Baba descending into the body of Brahma Baba saying, Nijananda Swarupam Shivoham Shivoham. And she narrates her experience so beautifully. You feel like even now, that act is happening. So Dadi was from a very well-to-do family. She was married to the eldest son of Brahma Baba. And of course, she was fully surrendered and looked after the Maharashtra zone after coming to India. Dada Anand Kishore. We had very few brothers during that time of the yagya, maybe 5-6 brothers. He was one of the brother. He could speak English. And because of that, Baba sent him to Japan with Ratan Mohini Dadi and Prakashmani Dadi when we got invitation for a conference. Dada was the one who used to translate Baba's Murli into English during those days, 60s. So he was related to Laukik relation to Brahma Baba. Became Avyak 1998, 2nd of September. Shanta Mani Dadi. She looks like Mama, right? Mama was her auntie. So they can see the resemblances. They were the one family who surrendered like Brahma Baba, following his footsteps. During the beginning of the yagya, they are about 3-4 sisters, Laukik sisters. And Shantamani is the Alaukik name, jewel of light. She became Avyak 15/6/2010. She had such penetrating eyes like Mama. Even in her age, she never had any gray hair. She was so strong until the last moment. Gange Dadi, she was a Kumari. She was the one who was in lot of bondage. The parents locked her in 7 rooms with 7 locks, not giving any food, not allowing her to go to Baba's home. But somehow or the other she survived, so she was able to do such tapasya that finally the parents got touched and released her. And so she, after coming to India, she became coordinator for Uttar Pradesh in India. And she was based in Kanpur. Became Avyak 2004, 8/10, 2004. Each one's story is worth listening, what they gone through in their bondage with love for Baba. Vishwa Kishore, he was one of the nephew, Baba's Laukik brother's son, who followed Baba from the beginning. He was helping Baba in his Laukik business, but later he was also following Baba. He was the one who was doing all the accounts, yagya seva, meeting people, VIPs, whatever, and he has lot of respect for sisters. And he released Baba from lots of burden. And so, when he got sick, this is the speciality. Usually Baba don't allow photograph to be taken. But he was sick, he was going for an operation. So Baba asked Ramesh Bhai to bring the camera, and the taxi was standing with the luggage, And Baba took the photograph, him, Ramesh Bhai and Sakar Baba. Of course, after that he never came back to Madhuban. He left the body in Bombay. That is when Baba talks about giving sakash. When he was in Bombay, he had lot of pain after operation, but Baba gave such sakash to him that he was able to overcome that pain and slept very peacefully. So he is remembered as Bhau. Bhau. Bhau means like uncle, you know. Dada Vishwa Kishore. He left the body 68. You can know who she is already. Brahma Baba's Laukik daughter, Nirmal Shanta. She always have this intoxication. I have 3 in 1. 3 fathers in one body. And she always used to, she has written a book also, her experiences with Baba. And she was based in Calcutta, Eastern Zone. After they came to India, looked after the whole of Eastern Zone. But in her last days, she left the body in Madhuban, India. Became Avyak 2013, 15th March. This is the Avyak name, Nirmal Shanta. Very royal, like Baba. Jagdish Bhai, most of you may not have met him, but he did come to Malaysia. We had a public program on reincarnation during those days. Very small place. And Jagdish Bhai, Baba used to call him Sanjay Ganesh. Baba said he has 7-foot intellect. He was Baba's spokesman. He was the one who write all the literatures for Baba for a long time. So he also was responsible for Russia Seva, and he left the body in Madhuban 2001, 12/5/2001. Chandramani Dadi. Chandramani Dadi was known as Lioness of Punjab. They were 7 sisters, and they were the next family who surrendered fully, the whole family, to Baba Siakya, following Baba's footsteps. But Chandramani Dadi became an instrument to make the father surrender. So Chandramani Dadi was in charge of Punjab. Later, she also was looking after Karnataka. And so she became a Vyak. And she was in charge of Gyan Sarovar when Gyan Sarovar was built. Later, she became a Vyak 1997, 11th March. So we were all there. So from the time she left the body, this lesson became firm to the Brahmin family, suddenly and ever ready. Because she was not sick to leave the body. She was healthy, but suddenly, and she was ever ready. Because when she left the body, she thought she went in trance. So she was telling Baba, Baba, let me go back now. Baba said, no, 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 you got to stay here. So Baba had to convince her. So she was amazing. She came to Malaysia but not to ARC. Manohar Dadi. She is also one of the original jewels in Lord of Bondage. But she relieved her from the bondage. And we used to tease her, the Brahmin family, because she will narrate the Yajna story so vividly as if it is happening now. So we used to tell her, oh, you will become Krishna's teacher in golden age. Anyway, she became in charge of Gyan Sarovar after Chandramani Dadi. And then after some time, she left the body in Gyan Sarovar 2008, 17th November. Manohar Dadi. That is her Avyakt name. We don't even know their Laukik names, many of them. We don't know. These are the names given by Almighty Baba to the trans messengers. Hriday Pushpa Dadi was the elder sister of Chandramani Dadi. She was the one who became instrument to make me become Baba's child through her drishti. First time I saw her, I looked into her eyes in Mysore Center, 1968. That's it. After that, I never went back Laukik home, nor I continued with Laukik life. So she became instrument to give me birth through her drishti. But she was always lost in Baba's love. Her stories are very interesting. So she also became Avyak 1996, 15th July in Bangalore, Karnataka. Lot of love stories they have, all of them. You can sit, this Dadi used to sit whole nights to tell us the stories of the Yajna, whole nights. Kunj Dadi, very young Kumari, but she very powerful. She gave 7 days course to Jagdish Bai. Just imagine. To give course to Jagdish Bai is not a joke. But she was able to do that. And of course, she was in Patna Center in North India. And so she became Avyak in 2013, 2nd March. Kunj Dadi. Very powerful. Her classes are so full of energy. Her drishti is also powerful. Chandrahas Dada, one of the brothers, rare we have. So he is a Kumar also. He came to Baba when he was very young, but one something newness is he has a female voice. So when you hear him talk, it sounds like a sister talking, but no, it is brother talking. But from childhood, that is how he had the voice. He used to record, the beginning of Baba's Murli in that spool tape, date of the Murli and things like that. And he also was looking after Baba's health, welfare. But even though he was not a builder, he became instrument to build many houses in Madhuban. Yoga Bhavan, Gyan Vigyan Bhavan, Sukhdam. All this was built by him. He is not an engineer, not a builder. It's all Baba's blessing. He became Avyak 2009. Santri Dadi, this is Vishwa Kishore Dada's Laukik wife. Santri Dadi was Brahma Baba's confidential messenger. Any message, anytime, day or night, Baba will call Santri, go take this message. She will go and come back in 1 minute. So one day we were asking Dadi, why your name Santri? She said, one day I was sitting in Baba's remembrance and I was so lost in Baba's love, my cheeks became orange like, red like orange. So in Hindi, orange is called Santra. So Baba called her Santri because of her love for Baba, that her face became red like orange. But she was very introvert and she was Baba's Brahmani also. There was nobody else looking after Baba during those days in the beginning of the Yagya. Santri Dadi. She left the body. We were there. Baba was in Om Shanti Bhavan speaking Murli. She left body in the inner press, her room. No difficulty at all. Very easy. I think almost all Brahmins know her. Lachu Dadi, the one who brings bhog. All Thursday's bhog and then Baba's coming day also. She and Ishu Dadi were Laukik sisters. She was 6 years old and Lachu Dadi was 7 years old. They never went to school. They only studied in boarding school Baba opened. Everything is taught by Baba, and she was in charge of the store. She was looking after Baba's store. Just imagine, So very active in that age. And she left the body very easily, very quickly. So in the year 2010, 14/8/2010, Lachu Dadi, Lakshmi, her full name was Lakshmi, but short form Baba used to call her. So after Santri Dadi, she became Baba's Brahmani. Vishwaratan Dada, one of the senior brothers, very yogi soul. He says in his experience 3 times he had died. 3 times he got new life. So he was in the Yagya looking after Baba's account. Those days he was the one, and his speciality was very introvert. He never laughed loud. And he always conducted Amrit Vela meditation 3:30 in the history hall without fail. And he always protected the yagya day and night. Jewel of the world, Vishwa Ratan. All-rounder Dadi. Gulzar Dadi's Laukik mother. You know, she was also in lot of bondage. So somehow she had 3 daughters. One day she has to escape from the bondage. What she did in the middle of the night, she threw the bed through the balcony, and the 3 daughters were sleeping. All were babies like. She just picked up one baby, Gulzar, and threw her on the bed, and she also jumped. And the other 2 babies were left there. So sometimes when I meet their, the sisters, they always say, oh, my mother abandoned both of us. She only took Gulzar. But Baba knew why, what was the reason, She was based in Karol Bagh, Delhi. Those of you who used to go there during that time, you have met her. She always used to call everyone Lalu, Lalu, like with lot of love. Everyone she will welcome. She became Avyak 1993, 23rd November. All-rounder. There is a story about why she is called all-rounder another time. Shilendra Dadi. This is Manmohini Dadi's Laukik sister. She was called the Governor of Bombay. Very, very active, very powerful. But she's a trance messenger also. Many times Lakshmi used to come in her body. Like those days, golden age deities used to come. She will bring Baba's message. She was based in Bombay, but very, very active. So Baba could trust her and give her any job in Bombay, she will do it. So she got sick last time, means before she left the body, 1996, 22nd June, this month. Mama left in 24th June, 65, this is 96. See how many members of the family have worked hard for all of us? Sacrifice. Boli Dadi, very important person. She used to stay in the kitchen from morning 4 o'clock to night 11 o'clock. Never get tired. She never gave lecture, never did any public, nothing. Only kitchen seva. But Baba praised her because she made everybody happy through her seva in the kitchen. Sometimes people used to come odd timings without informing, and they come and ask, I want food. So she will keep her food. That food she will give it to them. So much sacrifice. She wouldn't mind, but make everybody happy. So she won everybody's heart. Boli Dadi. 2007. Sandeshi Dadi is Shantamani Dadi's Laukik sister. She is very good entertainer, you know. She used to sing songs and play cards with Baba. Make Baba busy, play badminton with Baba. You know, she was very jovial. She was in Bhuvaneshwar before she left the body, Orissa. Sandeshi. She was also a trance messenger. 2007. She will sing beautiful songs, Sindhi songs. This is Pushpa Shanta Dadi. She lived in Japan before coming to Baba, but while she was in Japan, she just felt, she said, I had disinterest for life suddenly. And then at that time I came to know about this satsang in Karachi. Then she went there and she took knowledge. She had 3 children. And she's the one in the yagya who left the body with her own thoughts. So she was sick, she was in the hospital, and one morning she announced in the hospital, I am going to leave my body at 8:30 this morning. Call all the staff, doctor, nurse, relatives, everybody. All came and they played one song. She sat on the gadi. She had a thought, she went without any difficulty. Pushpa Shanta. Amazing experience. She was in Bombay, Kolaba Center. During that time, very few centers in India, not many centers. Dhyani Dadi is Laukik Masi, the auntie of Mama, and also related to Shantamani Dadi. She is also trance messenger, and she lived in Madhuban for a long time before she left the body after coming back from Karachi to India. She didn't go for seva, she stayed there in Madhuban. Who is this? Ishu Dadi, the one who was looking after Baba's treasure. Recently only she left the body, 2021. So Baba used to call her Yagya Rakshak, protector of the Yagya. Very introvert, very mature, very less talk. And she was the only one in the yagya who will read Baba's handwriting letter. Baba would write in red pen. Nobody can read. She will read, translate, and below that she will write in Sindhi and Hindi. So she had that. So she used to read letters to Baba, and Baba would make her respond the letters. So she was very lucky in that way. They did not go to school. You know, they all studied only in the boarding class Baba opened, that's all. This one, Mateshwari Saraswati. So her month is from tomorrow. So Mama came, and first day, she had such an experience that next day she came back composing a song. Maybe Voice of Om, if they have the song, can play in English. So she sang the song to Baba, and Baba got to know that she has absorbed the knowledge. So how many ancestors got you now in the list? 28. Wow. There are more actually. Now the Nirmala Ben is also ancestor, Ramesh Bhai also ancestor, Ratan Moini Dadi also, Nirvair Bhai also. They are all ancestor souls, but they are not added to the list because they are all recent ones. So they will be added soon. So this is the group of ancestor souls from the past. Now what I would like you to do is, you choose one of them whom you like very much. Okay? And you take them with you when you go for dinner. And take them with you and sleep with them today. You will go to subtle region and you will have very good Amrit Vela. So ancestors night, talk to them, eat with them, remember their speciality, at least spend one night with them and see how you feel. When you have the company of ancestor souls who are being sustained by Baba, what is our experience? So choose them very quickly. Anyone you like. Even if they are not here, I mentioned Dr. Nirmala, Ratan Moini Dadi, Ramesh Bhai, Nirvair Bhai, anyone. All are now ancestors. So we will finish our session, ancestors meeting. This is a memorial meeting for us in the retreat. So I don't think anybody can forget this time, knowing our family members. And so keep that memory constantly. They are with us, they are around us, they are sustaining us, they are protecting us. It's just that we have to invoke them and you can feel their presence. So we thank Baba, lastly, before we go for dinner, for all the sustenance he gives us in different ways from time to time. Om Shanti. And thank you to the audio brothers for being ever ready to produce what we wanted. So just 3 minutes, powerful thank you. And you come back at 8:30 for Sona Ben's stories with Dr. Nirmala.
तेरी पालना ओ बाबा, पावन हमें बनाए, उड़ के फरिश्ता बन अब हम तेरे पास आए। तेरी पालना ओ बाबा, तेरी